Scene script. Have you ever questioned why some people seem to succeed effortlessly while others, perhaps even you, are paralyzed by the fear of failure? This question isn't just yours alone. It's a universal curiosity, a shared bewilderment that has baffled humans since the dawn of ambition. The fear of failure is as common as the air we breathe. It's a shared experience that unites us in a silent camaraderie. From the ambitious entrepreneur taking a leap of faith to the student nervously preparing for an exam, we've all felt the cold touch of fear creeping into our hearts at some point. It's a primal response, an instinctive recoil from the possibility of disappointment, of not meeting expectations, of not being good enough. But what happens when this fear takes hold, when it begins to dictate our decisions and mold our lives? The effects can be devastating. Fear of failure can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, keeping us trapped in a cycle of stagnation. We may find ourselves missing out on opportunities, shying away from challenges, avoiding risks. It can leave us on the sidelines of our own lives, watching as others leap and soar toward their dreams. The repercussions extend beyond missed opportunities. Fear of failure can gnaw away at our self-esteem, convincing us that we're not capable, not worthy. It can create a false narrative of incompetence and inadequacy that over time becomes our reality. We begin to see ourselves through the lens of this fear, and our self-perception becomes distorted. But here's the thing, fear of failure is not an insurmountable mountain. It's not a life sentence. It's a universal experience, yes, but it doesn't have to control your life. It's something we can overcome, something we can learn from, something that can even fuel our desire to succeed. And that's the journey we're about to embark on together. Fear of failure is a universal experience, but it doesn't have to control your life. And in our next scene, we'll explore expert opinions on this fear and learn how we can start to dismantle it. So stay tuned. Scene script. Experts from various fields have weighed in on the fear of failure, providing insightful perspectives and advice. Take world-renowned psychologist Carol Dweck, for instance. She spent years studying mindset and motivation. She believes that seeing failure as a hurdle rather than an endpoint is crucial. In her own words, in a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses, you say, wow, here's a chance to grow. Then there's successful entrepreneur Richard Branson. Branson, who has faced his own share of business failures, encourages a bold approach to failure. He once said, "Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again." It's a testament to his relentless spirit, a spirit that views failure as merely a stepping stone rather than a dead end. And let's not forget about the motivational powerhouse Tony Robbins. He has a unique perspective on failure, seeing it as a result of not taking enough action. He states, "I've come to believe that all my past failure and frustration were actually laying the foundation for the understandings that have created the new level of living I now enjoy." His words underscore the importance of persistence and learning from past mistakes. In the realm of sports, Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, famously quoted, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times, I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." His perspective, like others, highlights that failure is an inherent part of the journey to success. All these experts from different walks of life share a common thread. They see failure not as a roadblock, but as a vital part of the journey to success. They understand that failing is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. As these experts have shown, the fear of failure can be transformed into fuel for success. Scene script. Overcoming fear of failure might seem daunting, but with the right mindset and strategies, it is possible. Imagine fear as a towering wall blocking your path to success. It might seem impossible to break it down, but fear is not as solid as it appears. It's a wall built brick by your own thoughts and perceptions. And just as you've built it, you can tear it down. Let's start by reframing failure. Instead of viewing it as a dead end, see it as a detour, a path that might take you longer, but will still lead you to your destination. Every failure is a lesson learned, a step closer to success. Remember, Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb on his first try. He once said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." So why not adopt Edison's mindset and see failure as an opportunity to learn and grow? Next, we need to set realistic goals. We often fear failure because we set our expectations too high. It's like trying to leap over a skyscraper in a single bound. Instead, break your goals into manageable steps. Celebrate each small success. This way, you're not only moving closer to your goal, but also building confidence. Now, let's talk about resilience. Life is not about never falling. It's about getting back up every time we fall. Resilience is the key to overcoming fear of failure. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep going no matter what. Practice resilience by reminding yourself of your strengths and achievements. Keep a journal of your successes, however small they may seem. This will serve as a reminder that you have overcome challenges before and you can do it again. Finally, remember the power of positive thinking. A positive mindset can be your greatest ally in overcoming fear of failure. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Visualize your success, feel it, believe in it. Remember, overcoming fear is not about never failing, but about not letting failure stop you. Success stories of those who overcame their fear of failure can serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration. One such story that comes to mind is of a man who dreamt of becoming a writer. He was so afraid of rejection that he kept his stories locked away, unread by anyone but himself. Then, one day after years of self-doubt, he decided to submit his work to a publisher. The result? Rejection. But instead of spiraling into despair, he used this rejection as fuel. He studied the feedback, honed his craft, and submitted again and again. Until one day, his work was accepted. Today, he's a best-selling author, his books beloved by millions around the world. Or take the story of a woman who aspired to run a marathon. She wasn't a natural athlete, and she feared the ridicule of not finishing. But she trained, day in, day out, pushing through the pain, the doubt, the fear. On the day of the marathon, she stumbled, fell, but picked herself up and continued. She crossed the finish line, not first, not last, but she finished. And in that moment, she realized that her fear of failure was far smaller than the joy of achievement. Then there's the entrepreneur who was terrified of launching his own business. His fear of failure was so great that he almost gave up before he even started. But he took the plunge, faced countless setbacks, but he persevered, learned from his mistakes, and built a successful company that's now a leader in its industry. These stories are not unique. There are countless tales of individuals who have turned their fear of failure into stepping stones to success. They've used their failures not as stop signs but as guideposts, directing them towards their ultimate destination. And that's the crux of it all. The fear of failure is not something to be eradicated, but something to be harnessed, transformed into a driving force towards success. These individuals turn their fear of failure into success, and so can you. Now that we've explored the fear of failure and how to overcome it, it's your turn to take action. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind howling around you, the waves crashing below. You're scared, yes, but also excited. The thrill of the unknown, the possibility of what could be, is exhilarating. This is what it feels like to confront your fears, to take that first step towards something new, something unknown, something that could potentially change your life forever. Maybe it's a project you've been putting off. Maybe it's a job you've been too scared to apply for. Maybe it's a skill you've always wanted to learn. Whatever it is, now is the time to take that leap, to take that first step, to confront your fear and say, "I am bigger than you, I am stronger than you, I will not let you hold me back." Remember, progress can be slow, it can be frustrating. There will be times when you'll want to give up, when you'll question why you even started in the first place. But it's in these moments of doubt and uncertainty, that you must push through. Because it's these moments that define us. It's these moments that make us who we are. You see, failure isn't falling down, it's refusing to get back up, it's letting fear win, it's not even trying at all. But you are not a failure, you are a fighter, you are a risk taker, you are a dreamer. And dreamers, well, they never quit. So go ahead, take that first step, start that project, apply for that job, learn that new skill. And remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the lessons learned, the experiences gained, the character built. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content, and remember, the only true failure is not trying at all.